Turn it upside down. Always in music. What the fuck, man? When I'm on my body. When I'm on my body. I'm not gonna lie, Beyonce probably one of the most well-rounded active artists. There's a lot of artists. I mean, you can put a whole lot of people in that boat. You know, like all across the board, I just think that she has a solid team, like consistent, and she
An artist.
oh
There's a lot.
shit, okay, and she not even at the top of her shit. I feel like she ain't even reached her prime yet. That shit is crazy. But yeah, man. Today is Sunday. Um, this is usually the time when people go to Church's Chicken or Popeyes, or they go to a buffet after they get out of church. You know what I'm saying? So this is my way of supplying a hearty meal. Uh, I'm giving you soul food because I'm making soul music. You did. But no, on a serious note, I appreciate anybody who watches this shit. Honestly, it's something that I do out of curiosity. I'm still learning how to, uh, excuse me, how to create sustainability through communities online. One of those ways is through Facebook, you know, and streaming. So like Facebook is a huge community. It has over a billion users. You know what I mean? They have ownership of WhatsApp, IG, and a few other platforms. So they strong. You know they're going to be around for quite some time because they've already acquired enough to adapt to current and future changes. They pretty much protected themselves. Oh, damn. Yeah, pretty much protected themselves. Um, for the present time, it made themselves future proof. So I mean, yeah, massive, right? But like I said before, there's so many ways to utilize the things we have at our disposal, and I just want to utilize it, see how I can freak it to my best ability. But then also, I want to teach other people how to do that shit as well. Because here's the thing, man. A 9 to 5 job. Do I got a problem with it? Not at all. I've had a few, and I've liked a few of them actually. And it's cool to have a job, but you gotta have something that's bringing you money while you're not working. You see what I'm saying? So even if you're working a 9 to 5, you still need something that's generating money while you're working, if that makes sense. Because the last thing, trust me, the last thing you want is to get into your elderly ages when you're no longer able to work a 9 to 5 and not have enough money for retirement, not have enough money for, you know, just living expenses. That's some scary shit. And I've seen that happen numerous times. Okay, I'm 30, I got time, I got about 30 years. So for me, it's more so about creating something that will sustain itself so I can pass it on to my children, or I can leverage it so I can build other things. Because if you're an expert in one area, more than likely you'll attract other people who are experts as well, because like attracts like, for one, and then two, you can co-collaborate. I'm all about that. I'm all about linking up with other people, So me jumping on here, just doing shit that I normally do when I don't have a camera on, it helps me to kind of showcase, but then at the same time work on a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm always online, either creating or learning. I'm either creating campaigns, I'm either creating some form of marketing strategy or learning a marketing strategy. So I want that in 2 years to be a sustainable business model, because I could have just went and got a great job. I could have worked my way up. By the time I'm 35, I could have a executive position. All right, and I've been actually offered some supervisional. I've been offered managerial positions, supervising positions. I have been offered an executive position, but it wasn't in a thriving business model. It was more like in a startup. So, you know, I would still go through evaluation at that time I was being offered it. So it wasn't like it was necessarily given to me, but there was a possibility if everything, panned out. So, you know, I've had jobs. I've had hella jobs. Okay. I've been fired and I've quit. And I've stuck to a few that actually, the bottom fell out. They didn't have enough cash, so the business folded. I've been in that situation. I've been in a situation where there was no money made, and I, and I basically worked for free. I've done that too. I mean, I've done a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just always want to encourage other people to not limit themselves. Like it's so much opportunity out here. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit and cap like I just know everything and I'm just tested uh like you know what I'm saying? Not like I'm the best or anything like that. Cause I'm learning a lot of shit. It's really honestly 99% of information, you know what I'm saying, that I don't know out in this world. I probably know a, a quarter of 1%. I don't know. I can't quantify it. All I know is what I know, and I know my experiences. And I want to help other people to get out their comfort zone, not too much rely on what other people think, because I know for a fact that's one of the things that holds people back. Too concerned about what the fuck Joe, Jerry, and Jane are thinking, as opposed to how do I feel about this, because that's your guiding force. You know what I'm saying? And I'm supposed to be beat making, but goddamn it, it's Sunday, and I'm about to preach a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's important, I feel, to have um, something that you're passionate about and something that pays the bills. Now, personally, myself, I have gone after what it was that I was most passionate about, only to say that I didn't know what I was most passionate about. I had no idea. It took me a long time. It's not until at my 30s. I'm 31, but it wasn't until my 30s that I discovered what it was that I really, really wanted to do, which is online marketing. All right, and I've tried so many different things, and it's been so many failures. It's been so many shortcomings, so many losses, because I had to basically, do what most people do in a lifetime within a few amount of years, because my parents didn't solidify what it was that they wanted to do. My father passed this year, and of course I want him to rest easily, but I know that when he left out of here, he wasn't the happiest, most fulfilled person. Okay, and that's the thing. That's a hard pill to swallow. If you look at your family tree and you don't see fruit looming from the leaves, and you might look at your life and say, well, either I'm gonna become like them or I'm gonna be completely different. So that's the thing too, is how traditional are you? Because there's a lot of people who will hold themselves back in order to stay true to their upbringing, their family, the people that are close to them. They want to remain loyal in a sense. So them moving forward and moving on feels like they're holding themselves. I'm sorry. Them moving forward feels like they're abandoning the people that they love. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, I don't know if anybody has that experience. I know I have. I definitely have. Where, oh man, I'm succeeding at a lot of things, and the success doesn't really feel like success when I'm looking around at the people around me and they're not. It's like, damn, why aren't they? It's a very interesting thing, because I know so many people who don't feel that way. And so when I mention that, I feel strange. Like, damn, am I the only one? But there's lots of other people. So um, sometimes success isn't the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to get to this beat. So I started the melody already pretty much, and all I really gotta do is add drums to it. So I'm gonna play it in 1 second. Just like an R&B melody. It's not a lot to it, but it's not like super complicated. Hold on a second. Let me get it up. Yes. Sorry guys. I had to. I've been watching TD Jakes, so I kind of went in on the TD Jakes rant. Right. But where is it? Here it is. Here's how it sounds, pretty much. That's how it pretty much sounds, but I might change these instruments. Yeah, I think I'm almost sure that I'm gonna change this one. I liked it at first, but there's another sound I heard that I liked a lot. I hate the mouse is a fucking arrow, but the only part of the arrow that's activated is the very end. That little teeny tiny fucking polka dot pixel, like the smallest part of this big ass arrow is the part that actually works, and it pisses me off when I'm trying to push these buttons, and the buttons are real small, and I gotta fucking pinpoint accuracy push the right part. Try saying that 5 times fast. Of the mouse, the little arrow on the buttons, you know, like these little arrows that I gotta actually, or drop menus. I'm trying to push, and then I try to like select something, but then I accidentally push the wrong one because I'm looking at the fucking bulk of this thing, this cursor. I wonder why they never changed that. Like, if my mouse is over something, then goddamn it, that's what I'm trying to push. Shouldn't the whole entire cursor, like the whole entire arrow of the mouse cursor, shouldn't that activate the thing? I don't know. Just irritates me. I get irritated real fast when I'm on this fucking computer for some reason. I don't know. Technology is so convenient. At the same time, it causes me to use a lot. It causes me to use a lot of profanity. You feel me? I use a lot of that shit when I'm using my phone or when I'm using a computer, because some things just don't make sense to me. So I'm trying to change some instruments around right now. I had to change the bass sound or the bass uh, tone because it was playing the wrong melody. That's a lot better. And then also this sound, this harp sound, even though it's like one of my favorite sounds, it's not really, it's not really going with it. There's something else I was about to do. Yeah, that's what it was. Change this. I think that's where I put it last time. Because at first it was on, I think, F sharp, but I want it to be, no, was it F sharp? I think. But I want it to be a few octaves lower, or, yeah, no, a few tones lower, which I think puts it at, it sounds like D sharp. Let me see, because that's not where I want it to be. I think it is. Yeah, it's about right. So, and I think I might change the tempo in a minute. Fucking hate these clap sounds. All these ashy church folk hands. They got his claps. You ever been to a Baptist church or just any black folk church? And choirs, they doing their thing. The organ man, piano man, he doing this thing. Drummer man, guitar, everybody in the choir just doing it, snapping. You ever thought to yourself how ashy their hands gotta be by the end of the church? Cause you think about it like this: if you in a choir, cause I was in a choir, and you clapping majority of the time. There's a lot of applause in church. I remember my hands used to be ashy. I used to have callus on my hands. It's just something to think about. There's really no point in that story at all. But I just think about shit sometimes. Random things. Like, man, because I know from my own experience of what it felt like to just walk away every Sunday with ashy hands. Like, man, this is what it takes. This is what it. I don't think people really appreciate that. I don't really know. Like, you go home, you give a lot in church. That's all I'm trying to say. You give tithes and offering. That's a whole nother subject right there. Hey, all the beats used to sound like that back in the day. And then they go down. That's like Lil Jon era. He used to play 3 keys. Making hits though. Which one is? can feel it in the air. Oh, shit. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I just want to jump over here for a quick second. But tomorrow, I think tomorrow, I feel like everything scheduled. I'm gonna do a live talk. It's gonna be dope as fuck. We're talking about some ways to make some money, man. It's like one of my favorite subjects. But anywho, enjoy your Sunday. Hopefully, you don't dread tomorrow's work day, Monday. So try to find that happy place and stay in that motherfucker. All right? Peace.